Welcome back to Adapt Chat.
I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Joe.
And this week we're talking about tips for buying a new build. Joe, what's tip number one?
Tip number one is to get pre-approved.
Yes, so it is very important, even if you are buying a new build, that you do speak with the lender, have a solid understanding of what is your max purchase price versus what you're comfortable spending every month. So that way you know exactly what types of communities you're going to be looking at moving forward.
John, what's tip number two?
Tip number two is come with representation. If you want to be represented by a realtor, you want to have them come with you. Depending on the community, sometimes you can be pre-registered, but most of the time your realtor does have to be with you the first visit and at the time of actually writing up the agreement and the contract for purchasing a home. So Joe, what's tip number three?
Tip number three is to have a time frame in mind. Now, with new builds, they still have to build the house, but in certain communities, they do have some houses available that are ready to move in now.
That's right. Tip number four. So when deciding on what type of community to choose and to look at, one good thing to do is to really decide before you even start looking if you want the ability to customize the home or look at communities that have a prefix really option where literally what you see is what you get versus the customization ones. Usually when you walk in, everything you see is an upgrade.
Tip number five is do not make any large purchases. You want to have your credit score in mind. Don't buy a new car, and as much as you want, do not buy the furniture for your house until you close.
Especially scheduling those delivery dates. You don't want to order or schedule anytime when you're supposed to get the keys.
Feel free to comment, like,
subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.